Welcome everybody to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. Dr. Cush. Okay, all right. Still in prep mode. Still working every day on trying to get everything going well for my latest little cocktail contest. And this today is more or less an excuse to work on garnish. So that is what we're doing. When you go to, I'll tell you a little backstory of how this works. When you submit to a cocktail contest, what you do is you send in a recipe to get through first rounds. Somebody somebody like me will read your recipe and they will say, yeah, mathematically, within the confines of cocktail math, I can see this working. Now you got to make it. Okay, great. So I turned in a pretty mathematically interesting cocktail. A lot going on, kind of out there with it. Oh, phone's dying. That's pre-show. Still pre-show. We're still pre-show. The phone dies and the microphone dies and it becomes a whole issue. Mathematically, my cocktail works really well. Have I gotten it to work exactly right? No, but that's okay. I also, because of what I know cocktail judges really like, people not like me, they love garnishes. Oh God, all right, well, here we go. Now I got to figure out what the garnish is going to be. Cocktail Lulu asking, can the public attend this cocktail competition? I think so. May 19th. Everybody keep your calendar open for May 19th. Where's it going to be? Los Angeles. Where in Los Angeles? Don't know yet. So I have kind of a dual version of a garnish, which I should not have done. I shouldn't have done it. Now that I'm thinking about it, I really should have just gone with something else and not put a dual garnish. But we're doing dual garnish. Okay, great. So how can that all go wrong? Many, many ways. So we're going to work on at least part of the garnish today. We are going to be... Are you guys all... You guys talked a lot. We are going to be working on one part of the garnish. I have the glass that this cocktail will be made in, my upside down pineapple glass. And we are going to work on getting at least part of the garnish done. But in the meanwhile, we're also going to make a great cocktail called the Crusta, specifically the Brandy Crusta, one of Joseph Santini's great cocktails, and incredibly, for its time, the mid-1800s, late 1800s, a very, very complex cocktail. We're going to try and balance it out right, and then we are going to see what works in it, because, of course, the cocktail that I have submitted is called it's called the rest of the pineapple Crusta. So it has to have Crusta ingredients, and I have not perfected my Crusta ability yet. I got it good for one photo, and that's it. And that's what I submitted. And so thus, we got to practice. We got to keep practicing. So that's what you guys are here for. You guys are here for practice. Sorry about that. We're making a good cocktail in between, though. Let me say hello to the people. Let me say hello to Okanagan, Chris and Prentice over here watching. Weren't able to show up to the Cush Tucky Derby, but they probably would have won the whole thing anyway. And then where would Moose be? Poor Moose, winner of the 2026 Cush Tucky Derby. He might have lost to Okanagave. And clearly Okanagave is dedicated to showing up right at the very beginning. And then... oh, they're gone. Anyway, good to see you, Chris and Prentice. Pop on over to Okanagave, watch their stuff. They are phenomenal. Very, very good whiskey dudes. Chuck is here. Chuck came early. It's good to see Chuck early. Shawnee with Shawnee P's pre-show happy hour is here. Good evening. He is here and ready to go. They chat for a little bit and Tiki Court shows up. Tiki Court, cheers to you. Cheers to all of us. Excuse me. It's gross. Tiki Bonbon is here. Shawnee P's happy hour. We are here. She is making some spiced cranberry rum cocktails. My goodness, what a day. She's having winner of the 2025 Cush Tucky Derby is that Bonbon. Who else we got in here? Oh, Tiki Amiki is here. With a, I'm sure, Bonbon translates to all of you. I'm sure she's saying hello. Maybe she doesn't. I don't know. Maybe she's just talking to Bonbon. And their own little private conversation in a corner. We like that too. Who else is here? It's just the happy hour is let me say out of control. It's out of control. The pre-show happy hour is a lot. Okay, here we go. Somebody new. Let me say hello to K-Dog. K-Dog is here. Maddie Piers showing up. Try to say Peters again. Maddie Piers is here. The inventor of there he is. I gotta get that motion right. Pick, 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 pick. The inventor of Ernie. Good to see you there, Maddie. Oh, Amy Beer is here. So that's 2 out of the 3 Amy's. Will we get the 3 Amigas? Who knows? I think Bootopia is talking to me at this point with a yo-ho. I don't appreciate it, but I will accept it. I've been called many worse things on the internet. So I will take yo-ho. Pismo is here. Good to see you, Pismo. Mrs. Pismo is here. Good to see you, Mrs. Pismo. Look, Mrs. Pismo knocking those. Oh, you guys got the same. Oh, this is adorable. Look, they got the same little. What do you call those? Emojis. Very cute. Very cute. I love a tag team situation. All right. Who else we got in here? Cocktail Lulu is here. Good to see you, Cocktail Lulu. Dougie G is here with a howdy to y'all. Bon needs a little help, so if you guys could help out Bon real quick. I don't know anything about it. I'm gonna need you guys to jump in there. Let's see who else has shown up. Papo Mau Mau is here with a greetings. A greetings to all of you, and take him to your leader as quick as you can. Oh shoot, I think that might. Is that me? I think that's Jen. Take him to Jen. This is my mom. Hey, Mom. Who else do we have in here? Roger is here. He was worried. Is the tapache bubbling? The tapache is bubbling currently. It doesn't have the exact right flavor I'm looking for. We're letting it go, I think, one more day, then we're going to bottle it. We're going to go from there. And Maddie corrects it to farting. Yes, are the little things farting? Technically, they are little toots. They're just teeny tiny little toots. Okay. I think that is most of you. Good. Most of you that are talking. To be honest with you, this is a nightmare for me right now. You guys are too active, and I feel like I'm missing people, and that, do not like leaving people out. So, if I didn't say hi to you, hello to you. And cheers to you all. We're going to jump into a brandy crusta today, a very basic brandy crusta, because mostly what I am working on. Oh, and moose. Winner of the 2026 Cush Tucky Derby. Good to see you there, Moose. Okay. What are we doing? Oh, a crusta. We're working on a crusta. A crusta is a pretty specific type of cocktail. It is more or less a daisy that is improved, that has a specific garnish. So if you're wondering, is this another one of these whole cocktails that I've missed? No. A crusta is a daisy that is improved with a specific type of garnish. That's all you got to remember. That's all you got to remember. Okay. Oh gosh, we're late. Let's get into it then. Let's pop over to, we're leaving the pre-show now. We're going into the show. So watch the introduction, and we'll be right back with the show, where we will work on where we're working on garnish. It's not my favorite show. Here we go. See you soon.
Welcome to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I'm, of course, Dr. Cush, along with my barback Kyle. I'm not a real doctor, but I did spend almost 2 decades running some of LA's best bars. After years of teaching classes and training bartenders, I want to demystify the cocktail world for you. Let's try a few new things as I open up my bar to everybody. Belly up, chat, and let's have a drink.
Welcome everybody to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I'm Dr. Cush. Today we are going back to the 1800s, getting under our little spaceship and heading back in time. Is that how that works? I don't know how time travel works. Either way, we are going back to the late 1800s with a man named Joe Santini. Joseph Santini, he was a bartender. He was a particularly fancy bartender from New Orleans, a dude that liked complexity. He was complex. He was deep. Oh, poetry and motion, lots of good stuff that Joseph Santini liked. But one thing that he definitely gave into the bartending community is a cocktail called the Crusta. Doesn't sound great. Doesn't sound a crust. I mean, pie crust is great. Pizza crust is, you know, not the best part of the pizza. What else is a good part? Eye crust. That's gross. Not great. Crusta. It comes from the garnish. How do you know a cocktail is a Crusta? I will tell you. The garnish. It's almost always the garnish. You're going to have a crusting of something on the outside. So if we think about it, and we'll think about it for a second, is a margarita a Crusta? Yes. I will say it. A margarita is kind of a Crusta, absolutely. What is a Crusta's liquor base? It is going to be some sort of liquor, some sort of sour, it's going to be some sort of sweet, and then a liqueur to bring out extra flavor. So it is, if we're talking about the 7 cocktail theory, we're talking about a daisy with a thing on the rim. That's what a Crusta is. Oftentimes it is improved. This is improved. Cocktail Lulu asking the right questions. Is Tommy's Margarita a Crusta? No. Tommy's Margarita does not have salt on the rim. Also, Tommy's Margarita is different than another margarita because it does not have orange liqueur. It only has agave syrup. So technically a Tommy's Margarita is a sour, where a margarita is going to be a daisy. That's my theory, at least. So we're going to make a Crusta. We are also going to work on garnish today because the Crusta is mostly identified by its garnish. We have to be on top of the garnish, and thus we're getting on top of it. We got to get on top of it, guys. Time is running out. We have to get on top of this this garnish. Otherwise, who knows what's going to happen. Let's start off over here with a completely empty situation and begin making this. Now, if you've ever had a cocktail called the Brandy Sidecar, you are most of the way to a Brandy Crusta. Although the Sidecar came out many years later, probably 40 to 60 years later. Who knows when? I don't know when. 1920s is the Sidecar. 1860s to 80s. That's when we're talking. We are in the Crusta category. People started taking stuff out of the Crusta and eventually landed on the Sidecar, which is a brandy daisy, right? So yes, if you love the Sidecar, like winner of the 2025 Cush Tucky Derby, Bon Bon does, then you are going to be very interested in this one. It's just a little extra. So let's begin making it. Cheapest ingredients first. Cheapest ingredient in this bar, but not in all bars, is going to be lemon juice. I'm gonna pop this open. We don't need a lot of any ingredient. We want the brandy to really sing in this version of it. When we get into the Sidecar, we want more of a mixture, but for this one, we want the brandy to go big time. We want it to go ham on the rest of these ingredients. So we're only gonna be putting in 1/2 ounce of some lemon juice. This is pseudo juice. Fake. Some people say fake juice. Thank you. Yes, I always feel, as a young juggler, Doug says he likes how I show the inside of the tin because I might do a magic trick. As a young child, I was a very good juggler. And thus, everybody since then has assumed that I do magic. I don't know what the jugglers and the magicians have to do with each other other than clown, I guess, is what they have to do with each other. But I do no magic. Cannot do magic. I have tried for years and years to get some sort of magic going. Unable. So this is just my little nod to all the magic that I can't do. Okay, got to sweeten this baby up, all right? We're going to do that in 2 different ways. We're going to be putting in just a touch, just a bit, just a little teeny tiny bit, which is a good thing because that's all we have left, of our simple syrup. This is 2-to-1 simple syrup. We want to do less than 1/4 ounce of some, what are you? Just hanging on there. We do want to do less than 1/4 ounce of some simple syrup. Right there. And technically, technically, we're about to improve this cocktail. Improve on what? Don't worry about improve on what. Improving a cocktail means you're either adding absinthe or what we are adding to this, which is my favorite cocktail ingredient, maraschino. Did I say it right? I think I did. Maraschino liqueur. This is the Luxardo. There are plenty of brands of maraschino liqueur made of Marasca cherries from Croatia. They're all over the place there, apparently. You don't need a ton of this stuff. It is anywhere from a teaspoon to a quarter ounce. Is one less than the other? I think one's less than the other. We're looking for right around a quarter of the ounce. You can go a little less than a quarter of an ounce. That's fine. I'm okay with that. I like this stuff, so we're going to be putting in a full quarter ounce of maraschino liqueur. Glug, glug, glug. In. Great. So technically, we have taken a normal brandy sour and we've improved it. We've made it better. I don't know why that is an improvement, but trust me, according to all that is written, that is an improvement. We also need another ingredient. If you do not have Clement Creole shrub, you're okay. You're doing fine. Instead, you can use something that I don't have. Oh, a triple sec. Triple sec will be fine. You want to use some triple sec in here? Fine. You're looking for an orange liqueur in order to, and I don't know if this is a verb or not, in order to daisy this. You need to you're going to make this into a daisy. We're going to be sweetening with an orange liqueur, so we are daisying this. So let's daisy this. We don't, again, not a lot, 1/4 ounce. Glug, 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 glug. Back in the day, the 1860s, you know, I know a lot about it. Apparently, people weren't that interested in changing their liquor that much. So you're going to see a lot of 1/4 ounce. You're going to see a lot of 1/8 ounce. You're going to see a lot of dash. You're going to see a lot of dab. You're going to see a lot of drop. Probably see a lot of drop. You'll probably see a lot of that stuff as cocktails, as you go back in time. As you get closer to time, our taste buds change all over the place. We want a cocktail to be a cocktail and not just a little flavor enhancer of the original booze. Great? Cool. So we're doing for these old cocktails, this Crusta, we're dealing in 1/4 ounces and a lot. Brandy. Got to throw some brandy in here. So I happen to have some brandy. I also happen to have some other brandy. But we're going to use this brandy. I happen to have Hennessy ready to go. It is being used currently in order to do other things. So instead, we're going to reach over here and grab some Paul Masson. Bonjour, je suis Paul Masson. This is Paul Masson. Is it the greatest brandy in the world? No, it's okay. Even on the bottle it says very smooth. It's a very smooth version of brandy. This is not a cognac. This is a brandy. All cognacs are brandy. Not all brandies are cognacs. All right. This is made of grape, more or less. This is pretty much what they do. They make wine. And then they get tired of that wine immediately and they burn it up. When they burn it up, all of the alcohol burns out of that mixture. They call it the wort or the beer or the wine. I'm sure they call it the wine in this case. They burn it out and then they collect all of that ethanol. They take all that ethanol and they shove it into barrels, add a little bit more water to it and then shove it into barrels. Let the barrels sit. And that's how we're going to get all of this coloring there. We need 2 full ounces of a brandy. Glug, 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 glug. Excellent. 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 Now, we also are going to spice this thing up. We're going to head down to the islands and we're going to, Amy Beer, where's your thing? Oh, there it is. Thought Amy Beer might have stolen it. This is not Amy Beer condensed down into a small liquid. No, this is Angostura bitters. We're going to be putting in 3 dashes of some Angostura bitters. It's not really dashing well anymore. Probably got to fill it up. That's the drink. That's the drink right there, my friends. Okay, we're going to put this drink to the side because we are making a Crusta. We gotta crust this. We gotta crust it with something. I am currently working on a cocktail right now that is a version of a Crusta. It is a daisy. It is not an improved daisy. I'm not improving this daisy. It's just regular old daisy. But I want to get the crust of this right. All I'm doing is using a sugar and another substance, and I want this all the way on the outside of my glass. Now I have this glass, which is a pretty typical way to make a Crusta. This is a Marie Antoinette, has the little nip down there. That's what we're looking for. Otherwise, the cocktail that I am preparing for has one of these. Now this is a much stupider glass to do this in. I realize it, I totally understand. Up here, there is not a lot of space for Crusta-ing. But we got to do it because it's already turned in. Now, I've had some issues in the past with clumping, Crusta clumping. We don't want Crusta clumping. We instead want a nice, smooth Crusta. So we're bringing out our old friend, NutriBullet. NutriBullet has been with us since day one of the show. Day one, we have had old NutriBullet. And we are going to take two different things. We're going to take some sugar. We're going to go equal parts. Oh, dang, I don't have anything to... Do I have a dry one? Are you dry? You're not dry. Are you dry? Oh, you're dry. Great. Yeah, you're dry. We're going to go ahead and try and make a mixture that will give us the best possible way to crust something. So we're going to take some granulated sugar, and we're going to be putting in... See if we can't get it to not spill. We're going to be putting in about 3/4 of an ounce of some granulated sugar. Excellent. Right there. Bloop. And check this out. We are going to take some of our falernum powder. Falernum powder is very simple to make. If you've watched the show in the past, this can just go somewhere else. If you ever watched the show in the past, you know that we make homemade falernum here at Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. Homemade falernum is, in my opinion, better. You get all the flavors you want in there, none of the ones you don't want in there, and then you can reuse all the solid ingredients, the almonds, the allspice, the anise, all that stuff. You can reuse that to make a couple more batches of falernum. Pretty interesting, right? Oh, do you think that's gonna be better? Okay. Kyle is saying that this is not the way to go, and yet this is. So we're gonna go with this. Great. Kyle knows, I don't. I don't have a spice grinder. One day in the very, very distant future, I will own a spice grinder. So once you are done using all of those ingredients to make your falernum a couple times, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 times, then you take all of those ingredients, you put them into a dehydrator, you dehydrate them for a little bit, and then you blend them up. Now, this is my issue with the blending it up, is some of the ingredients in here are pretty sticky. They were hanging out with sugar for a long time. There's lime peel in here, lots of stuff going on in here. So no matter how well I have dehydrated it, I often find that the issue is clumpiness. So my thought is, and this is just a thought I'm having, maybe it's wrong, if I then blend this stuff with sugar, with a spice grinder, I will get a more consistent version of a sugared falernum mix. Just a theory. Just a theory, baby. That's all I got. We're going to be putting in equal parts. So we're going to go ahead and put in an equal part of some falernum powder. See how sticky it is? Really does not want to leave this whole thing. And oh, there it goes. All in one clump, huh? This is what I'm talking about with clumpiness. You get real clumpy. This stuff smells fantastic. Smells fantastic. It smells like falernum. It smells like the islands. It smells like tiki. It's all over the place. We're going to jump this right in here. There we go. Guess it wasn't dry. All right, and then we're going to be putting on our Kyle approved blender piece here. And then We're gonna have at it. Now, hopefully this will, could you use the spices without making the falernum? Gosh, that's a good question. Yes. Can you use a coffee grinder to grind spices? Yes. Yes, you can. I do not currently own one. My wife does own one, but there was some concern that this could be messy, and she has a nice one. I didn't want to ruin her nice coffee grinder, so we're using this instead. If worse comes to worse and I'm panicking moments before this is due, yes, will I buy my wife a new a coffee grinder after I use hers and ruin it? Yes, I will. But for right now, I think this is gonna go. I do believe that you could put in the spices without making the falernum, Amy. I do think that that is a possibility. Hold on, we're not ready for you. I do think you could do it. I've never done that. You'd have to dry out a bunch of things, but I think it's possible. I should try it. For me, only if it never grind coffee before. Yeah, too much transfer flavor. Yeah, that's the problem, is I don't want this to taste like coffee, so I'd have to have its own separate coffee blender. This is already looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and give this a blend. Let's bring in blend cam real quick. Whoop. Get it nice and there we go. What an interesting shot of my belly. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's that big clump. Okay, still a little clumpy. Let's blend it again. Seems as though a lot of this is getting stuck on the bottom. Maybe that's why a spice grinder is so much better. Oh, there we go. Oh, now we got some action. Yes. It's looking very much like the Snarlack pit from the Star Wars franchise. Okay, how do we do? Oh, okay. Ooh. Yeah. Wasn't ready for that. All right. All right. We're pretty powder. It's still a little clumpy. Okay, we're gonna try it either way. All right, let's go ahead. This is a nice wet glass as we have it right here. Let's just see if this will, oh, dang it. Kyle, could you bring me in a little bowl? A little bowl would be great. Was that a spy shot? Yes. A mortar pestle. Yeah, mortar pestle is a lot of work. Pablo Mao, yeah, mortar pestle might work. A mortar pestle might work. That might be a good way to do it. The issue I think we're having with this is it's mostly already ground up. It's adding something else to it, like the sugar, that is going to ungrind it? I don't know. Thank you, Kyle. Appreciate you, buddy. All right, we're gonna dump a little bit of this in here, see if we can unclumpify this. All right, it is looking, let me just bring in clump cam real quick. Looking a little clumpy. All right, I don't think we've solved this yet, but there's a chance that maybe it will stick. Oh. I waited too long. You know what? I have another one. Another one ready to go. Okay, let's go ahead and, oh, okay, well, now, wait a second. Still a little clumpy. This is my issue. Okay, so I thought maybe, oh, well, okay, well, now wait a second. If the clump isn't on there, what if that is the situation? All right, let's just see if we like do a nice pat down and then a little rub off to the side. Can we get, no, I don't think that that's the look I'm looking for. You know what? It's not bad. It's just a little clump. Can I get it to do the right thing? Like that This would be fine. I would be very happy with this. It is, you can definitely tell that there is a crusta on it. It is going to be nice and sweet, lots of sugar, but it is just clumped. Let me try this over here. Just gonna pound it in there, see if any of that works. Okay, yeah, this is no good. This is no good. But if we unclump it, oh, this is a fun thing. It's not right. Okay, let's see if you guys have. What about the flavor, though? Check. That's exactly right. Looks like it's too finely ground now. Okay. Small brush to even things out. That's a good idea. Small brush. Do I have a small brush? I have. You know what I do have is a little paper towel. Maybe. Okay, so when we used to do this at the bar, we would put a bunch of sugar into onto the side of our thing, and then what we would do is we would take our little guy right here and we would give it nice, clean lines. Now that should help for some of it, but will it do it for all of it? Honestly, I don't hate this. It's a matter of getting it like that on the first try. And I think we're now dipping in peanut butter first. Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Chuck. I don't hate this. I think this is pretty darn close to what I'm looking for. It's a crust. I'm gonna just do a little lick. Freaking delicious. Yes, Roger is asking for a rim squeegee. So Kyle, if you could find a rim squeegee, that would be great. Yeah, I'm just gonna give that a little bit here. It kind of, as long as it doesn't clump too much, I think that I'm happy with this look right here. The problem with it then is going to be getting it onto this mug, but we'll deal with that mug here in a minute. We are already over time, but we're gonna finish this drink, and then we're gonna work on the other one. I have you guys captive for at least a little bit longer, so hang out. Just need a little ice right there, and shove this ice back into here. Close, and we'll shake it. Here we go. Oh, not that. I don't need you again. Shake, shake, shake. Nice and simple. Pour this out into our Crusta glass. And there we have it. Okay. Now, this is a Crusta. It's a little different because obviously it has the falernum crust on it. And there we go. Does anybody really know what time it is? Never. That's a good point, Mrs. Tiki Tom. Let's give this a taste. See how the crust of this changes the flavor. It will. To the moon, baby. It's very powdery. So I do think I blended it too much. That's on me for the most part. Maybe a much quicker blend, or maybe finding a way to, maybe like a grinder. What about a grinder? Maybe a grinder will do it. Yeah, okay. All right, something to think about. I do want to see how well it does on the pineapple glass. Now, the good news is the pineapple glass is, how do I not have any liquid back here? Pour this here, doesn't matter. There we go. Pour that in here. We're just gonna dump this into a little bit of liquid. And we're going to dip this in. The good news is I am serving this drink with a straw, so nobody has to put their little lips on this if they don't want to. Just rim that around. No, I hate this. This is exactly what I don't want. Oh, Lord. I'm in some trouble. All right, let's try this again. See if we can't get liquid on the sides. Right there. Try this again. The wipe. Oh my goodness, what have I done? Oh, didn't change the thing. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, nice and on the side there. Let's see if we can't just Crusta this a toucha. No. It got too wet. It got too wet. All right, well, this is not ideal, my friends. We are in a bit of Crusta trouble. See? This is not ideal. But maybe a tap? All right, well. Done. Let's go back to drinking this. Cheers. I think Bonbon might be right. A little cornstarch. That's what they add to confectioner's sugar to keep it from clumping. What about a thicker liquid like agave, something that acts more like a uniform glue? I think, Lulu, I think the issue is that what we're having right now is it's already too thick. Even water at this point is too thick. Confectioner's thing. And then Dougie says, a couple quick, oh, do we have cornstarch? We have cornstarch. Okay. Let me, will you take this, Kyle, and will you bring me another one of those? Another plate? Thank you. We're gonna add a little bit of cornstarch to this. Why not? You guys got somewhere to be? I do not. All right, anybody have any clue on how cornstarch, oh, good. It's on the bar now. Anybody have any clue about how cornstarch works? Is it just a touch? I don't deal with a lot of cornstarch. I am not a baker. I am a cook. I'll put a little bit in here. Any idea how cornstarch works? No? Do you think this much? Is that too much? Kyle thinks it's good. Okay, we're gonna go with this much cornstarch. There we go. And we're gonna give that a good blend. It's already very thick and wet in here though. I wonder, oh, tiny bit, says Bonbon. I think that's a tiny bit. What is a tiny bit? It's too much, Bonbon? It's too much. Okay, well, what are we gonna do? All right, I have a thought. What if we get rid of the sugar? Just get that out of here. What if we do, oh, maybe just a little sugar. I don't know where to throw anything anymore in this bar. Okay, this is useless, so we're just gonna dump this right in here. There we go. Goodbye. And then we're gonna put just a touch of cornstarch in here. Just like, Bonbon, I need your help. How much? This much? Is that much too much? Waiting for Bonbon. I would still lick it off the rim. Thank you, Matt. I did this. Yes. Need a little. Put a little diaper. Okay, we're gonna put this much in. Yes, good. Okay, that much in. Then we're gonna take this, which is just the rest of this. Pour that in. Goodbye bottle. And then this much sugar, right there. And we're going to also implement Doug's suggestion, which is a couple quick pulses. Garnish, it turns out, is my least favorite part of bartending. Takes you away from the people. It's just kind of useless and wasteful. Okay, couple quick pulses. Here we go. Ready? Oh, blend with a spoon. Can I just shake it? Is it not a, so at this point, I'm gonna do a couple quick pulses. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, I think that's a big pulse. Okay, this is, this is looking a little less clumpy. I'm into this. This is useless. We're gonna get another glass. Don't even worry about it. We're gonna use a different glass. We're gonna find a little bit of water. Pour it right here on the side. Normally, obviously, we would do this with some sort of fruit that would stick to the side. Not today, my friends, not today. Okay, it's looking much less clumpy, and it's not looking white anymore, which I think is a good sign. All right, hold on. We got this wet on one side. Wrong side. I have a plan. I have a plan, and I will execute this plan. Take a little bit of this water. We're going to rub the side of this. Just get a nice little water rub. Right there. Feel good about that? I feel good about it. Okay, now hold on, everybody. I think that's pretty good. If we take our thing and we give it some nice edges right down here at the bottom, right here on the sides, right there on the sides, clean it up and go. Right there. Oh, right there. I think that kind of works. If we do a dip, dip, and then a tap, tap. So it goes dip, dip, right? And then tap, tap. So let me show you. Let me show you dip, dip, just real quick. Stay around for dip, dip. This is dip, dip, right? Dip, dip, no. Tap, 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 tap. Dip, dip, tap, tap. Dip, dip, tap, tap. It's gotta be dip, dip, tap, tap. Okay, so I think we're on to something. We're gonna dip, dip, and we're gonna tap, tap. Dip, dip, tap, tap. Does it taste okay? Oh, does it taste okay? Could use a little more sugar. Just a touch, but it does taste, I don't taste the corn starch, if that's what you're asking. It's a dip, dip, tap, tap. That's what we always want. We've always wanted dip, dip, tap, tap. So dip, dip. We go all the way over here. We got a little bit more on there. So we got a nice thick base layer. Dip, dip. And then this is dip, dip. And then this is tap, tap. Dip, dip, tap, tap. It's always been dip, dip, tap, tap. I didn't realize it until right now. It's dip, dip, tap, tap, little corn syrup, little cornstarch, and we're good from there. We had a whole nother garnish to go. We're not doing it. It's already way too late. We've already spent more time than we spent on Saturdays. Yeah. Ooh, that's really good. Okay, dip, dip, tap, tap, and we'll go from this. Bon Bon for the win. Bon Bon, you've done it. It's the cornstarch. We need to add some cornstarch to it, and then we got dip, dip, tap, tap, and then a quick wipe, wipe. Dip, dip, tap, tap, wipe. Cool. And also, Dougie, I do think less blending. Some blending, less blending. Good. Okay, we done it. I feel it's better to feel good than to look good, but that looks a bit messy. Yes. Oh, this looks a bit messy. Dip, dip, tap, tap. Let me see. Dip, dip, tap, tap again. Dip, dip, tap, tap. Yeah, this little part, this little extra part, it didn't have enough of the liquid on it. So we would clean that up. We tap, 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 tap. Dip, dip, tap, tap. Bling. I'm going to call it. It won't be on this glass either. I'm making a lot of excuses. We're going to keep working on it. I think we're on our way with the cornstarch, with the less blending, and the dip, dip, tap, tap method. I think we are very, very close. Okay, that's what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks, and thank you for helping me with my drink. We are going forward. We have a lot more to do, but now do the Cupid shuffle. That's a good point. Thank you. Thank you. 2 quick pulses, not 2 pulses, and a long blend. Okay, Roger. I mean, please. It's really good, though. Okay. I'm going to work on it. We'll be putting together this cocktail for the next couple days. And then we'll put the whole cocktail together. And then May 19th, I will let you guys know whether or not it all worked or it didn't. Thank you, Cocktail Lulu. We are here to support. I appreciate you guys. Kyle laughed at that. So I don't know if you want to take that up with Kyle. I think that was a little rude of him. But that's how it goes. Thank you so much for tuning in to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I'm Dr. Cush. There goes the dip, dip, tap method, falling into the consciousness of the people. And I will see you guys. You know what? I think we have... Gosh, do I have just a party? We should just throw a party real quick. You know what? We're going to jump on a spaceship real quick to celebrate how great that was. And then we will get out of here. Irish Beach, space, found it. Go over here. And Cush lights and space effects. There we go. Okay, thank you guys so much for tuning in to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I'm taking you back out of the 1880s, back into the world that we are doing. What are we doing Saturday? Cocktail class here. All right, so cocktail class at my bar. Until then, thank you so much for tuning in to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I'm Dr. Cush, and we will see you guys on Saturday. What do we always say at the end of these things? We're always like...
To alcohol.
Oh, we turn off spacing. Okay, there we go. Pee-wee, I don't think takes up anything.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Are you Dr. Jinga Janga?
Bye.
right, dip, tap, tap. Everybody dip, tap. Pulse, dip, tap. Everybody dip, tap. It's me. I'm Smoking Joe, and I'm dipping, tapping, and you know that I'm gonna go to the place, gonna see the show and have a outer space. Dip, tap, tap. Dip, tap, tap.